Hi, hello. Welcome to another Tuesday night quiz. We're going to find out who's on so far by putting your name up on the chat. Evening, Stacey. Hello, June. What's the matter with the telly? Got a few more coming on. We'll see if anybody else has got any problems. Oh, hello, Dawn. Nice to hear from you again. All right, kid. How's you and Bob doing? You okay? Good stuff, good stuff. I had my happy Christmas haircut yesterday, so I'm feeling a few stone lighter. Right, okay, June. Yeah, I'm fine now, Dawn, thanks. Just one of those horrible colds that was going round. Excuse me. So we've got Eddie, we've got June, we've got Stacey, we've got Dawn, Richard. I think there's no Sunderland match tonight, so I don't know that Stephen and Jeanette are on. No bionic man, eh? Oh, you're doing all right, Bob. I think they're getting lots of sympathy from Dawn. I can't remember getting any enough Stephen or Jeanette to say the word. Ah, there's Stephen there, man. I was just going to drop you a text, Stephen. I thought you weren't turning up, mate. Right, well, we've got 5 teams. Yeah, subjects tonight. Question 1 is general knowledge. 2 is food and drink. 3 is pop. 4 is sport. 5 is TV. 6 is geography. 7 is films. 8 is odd one out. 9 is Greek letters. And 10 is doors and windows. Doors and windows. Nice selection for you there. So start question 1 on general knowledge. I had a prime delivery here. You're getting all your Christmas presents in for Jeanette, eh? Right, question 1 on general knowledge. US President Franklin D. Roosevelt. What did the D stand for? Was it Damien, DeWalt, or Delano? US President Franklin D. Roosevelt. What did the D stand for? Was it Damien, DeWalt, or Delano? Question 2. What can a cat do with its claws that a dog cannot? What can a cat do with its claws that a dog cannot? Question 3. Where in your body is your cornea? Cornea. Where in your body is your cornea? Excuse me. Question 4. In which Shakespearean play is a Danish prince visited by his father's ghost? In which Shakespearean play is a Danish prince visited by his father's ghost? And question 5. Who duetted with Elton John on the 1994 remix of his hit Don't Go Breaking My Heart? Who duetted with Elton John on the 1994 remix of his hit Don't Go Breaking My Heart? Okay, question 2 is food and drink. This one we had the other week, or similar to one we had the other week, that was quite popular in the night. I don't know if you were tuning in or not, Dawn, so I'll explain it all again. It's food and drink. The following are popular meals or dishes, and the clues are given as the initial letter together with a number of letters in the word. Okay, the example was if I said S5 and K6P3, that would be steak and kidney pie. S5 steak and K6 kidney, P3 pie, steak kidney pie. Okay. So number 1, L5 and B5. L5 and B5. Cheers, Don. Number 2, S9 B10. S Sierra 9 B Bravo 10. S9 B10. Excuse me. Number 3, C7 T for Tango 5 M6. C7 T5 M6. It's Charlie Tango make. Number 4, J3 R4 P4. J3 R4 P4. Number 5, C6 C3 C5. C6 C3 C5. When you're ready, just send us a ready through. If you want anything repeated or explained, just give us a shout in the chat. CRT on which one, June? The last one, number 5, was all C's. C for Charlie. C6, C3, C5. That was on number 5. Okay, we've got Stacey ready, we've got Dawn ready. Stephen's ready. June's ready. We've got Steady Eddie. There's Eddie ready. Okay, we'll give you our answers. Franklin D. Roosevelt. The D stands for Delano. What can a cat do with its claws that a dog cannot? Let's retract them, bring them back into their paws. 3, where in your body is your cornea? That's in your eye. The Shakespearean play was Hamlet. And who duetted with Elton John on the 1994 remix of Don't Go Break My Heart? That was RuPaul. And the food and drink, L5 and B5, that's liver and bacon. S9, B10, spaghetti bolognese. C7, T5, M6, chicken tikka masala. Good old British dish. J3, R4, P4, jam roly-poly. And C6, C3, C5, chili con carne. When you've got your scores, send them through. Stacey 7, Dawn 8, Eddie 9, Stephen 7, and June 7. So you've got Eddie out in the lead on 9, Dawn in second on 8, and everybody else on 7. There's only 2 points between everybody. Excuse me. We're going to question 3 on pop, and it's drummers. Drummers. Name the famous drummers of these famous bands. Number 1, Genesis. Who was originally the drummer with Genesis? Number 2, rock legends Cream. Group Cream. There's only 3 of them. Who was the drummer? Number 3, Queen. Who was the drummer with Queen? Number 4, Fleetwood Mac. Who was the drummer with Fleetwood Mac? And number 5, The Police. The Police. We all know the lead singer, Sting, but who was the drummer? Right, question 4 is on sport. It's just miscellaneous sport, and I just 5 different sports related questions, really. Question 1. In which sport would you commonly use the terms neck shot, millionaire's shot, and chukker? In which sport you commonly use the terms neck shot, millionaire's shot, and chukker? Question 2. Which French city is known for its 24-hour motor race? Which French city is known for its 24-hour motor race? Question 3. Which sport takes place in a velodrome? Which sport takes place in a velodrome? Question 4. How many days does Wimbledon traditionally last? How many days does Wimbledon traditionally last? Sometimes it varies if they have bad weather and things like that, but traditionally, how many days does Wimbledon last? And question 5, which snooker player has also written crime fiction novels called Framed, Double Kiss, and The Break? Which snooker player has also written crime fiction novels called Framed, Double Kiss, and The Break? When you got all the answers, send us already through. Stacey, ready? June, ready? Stephen, ready? Dawn, ready? And Eddie, ready? Okay, pop music drummers. The drummers of Genesis was Phil Collins. Cream was Ginger Baker. Queen, Roger Taylor. Fleetwood Mac, Mick Fleetwood. And Police, Stuart Copeland. Sport, the terms neck shot, millionaire shot, and chucker, all used in polo, don't you know? Polo. The French city known for its 24-hour motor race is Le Mans. Sport that takes place in a velodrome is cycling. Wimbledon traditionally lasts 14 days, Wimbledon fortnight. And the snooker player has also written crime fiction novels is Ronnie O'Sullivan. He can do anything, that man. Ronnie O. When you got your scores, send them through. Stacey, 9, cracking, gives you 16. Eddie, 8, gives you 17. Dawn, 8, gives you 16. Stephen, 8, gives you 15. And June, 9, gives you 16. Nice and close. Still only 2 points between everybody. 115, 3 16s, and a 17. Right, we're going to question 5 on TV. TV pubs, public houses. In which TV series do or did these pubs feature? On the Queen Victoria. The Queen Victoria. Number 2, the feathers. The feathers. Number 3, the garrison. The garrison. Number 4, the Nag's Head. The Nag's Head. And number 5, the Woolpack. The Woolpack. The Queen Victoria, the feathers, the garrison, the Nag's Head, and the Woolpack. Which TV series do or did those pubs feature? Okay, question 6 is geography. New Zealand. New Zealand. Excuse me. Question 1. What is the capital city of New Zealand? What's the capital city of New Zealand? Question 2. New Zealand comprises mainly of 2 islands, North Island and South Island, which is the largest city on New Zealand's South Island. Which is the largest city on New Zealand's South Island. Question 3. What are the native people of New Zealand called? What are the native people of New Zealand called? Question 4. What stretch of water separates the North and South Islands of New Zealand? What stretch of water separates the North and South Islands of New Zealand? Excuse me. And question 5. On which island is New Zealand's oldest wine region, Hawke's Bay, located? North Island or South Island? On which island is New Zealand's oldest wine region, Hawke's Bay, located? North Island or South Island? You've got your answers down, senders are ready. Dawn ready? Stacey ready? June ready? Stephen ready? And last but not least, is Eddie ready? We have TV, the pubs, the Queen Victoria, the Queen Vic is EastEnders. The Feathers, I don't think you've ever seen inside it, but the Feathers featured in The Royal Family. Always went down the Feathers. The Garrison was the pub in Peaky Blinders. The Nag's Head was Only Fools and Horses. And the Woolpack, Emmerdale. Geography, the capital of New Zealand is Wellington. The largest city on the South Island is Christchurch. Native people are Maoris. The water that separates North and South Island is the Cook Strait. And New Zealand's oldest wine region, Hawke's Bay, is located on the North Island. When you've got your scores, send them through. Stacey's got 6, that's 22. Stephen 7, that's 22. Dawn 7, that's 23. Eddie 7, that's 24. And June 7, that's 23. Still only 2 points between everybody. Eddie just out in the lead on 24. 2 23s, 2 22s. Excuse me. Question 7 is on films. First part. Which movie was incorrectly announced as the winner of Best Picture at the 2017 Academy Awards, the greatest Oscars clanger of all time? Which movie was incorrectly announced as the winner of Best Picture at the 2017 Academy Awards? The biggest Oscars clanger of all time. Question 2. Who played Mrs. Robinson in the 1967 film The Graduate? Who played Mrs. Robinson in the 1967 film The Graduate? Question 3. Who is the only actor to receive an Oscar nomination for acting in a Lord of the Rings movie? Who's the only actor to receive an Oscar nomination for acting in the Lord of the Rings movie? Question 4. Who played park owner John Hammond in the film Jurassic Park? Who played park owner John Hammond in Jurassic Park? Question 5. For what movie did Steven Spielberg win his first Oscar for Best Director? For what movie did Steven Spielberg win his first Oscar for Best Director? Excuse me. Question 8. Odd one out. I'll give you 5 lists of 4 things in each list, which is the odd one out. Okay. List of 4 things, which is the odd one out. Question 1. Anglia, Corsa, Cortina, Prefect. Which is the odd one out? Anglia, Corsa, Cortina, Prefect. Okay, number 2. Red, green, blue, yellow. Red, green, blue, yellow. Which is the odd one out? Number 3. Austria, Norway, Finland, and Belgium. Austria, Norway, Finland, and Belgium. Number 4. India, waltz, Lima, tango. Which is the odd one out? India, waltz, Lima, tango. And number 5. Bella, Dipsy, Fizz, and Milo. Bella, Dipsy, Fizz, and Milo. Which is the odd one out? I say all the time on those ones, it's the odd one out for a reason. I'll give you the reason, and that's the right answer. If you've got your own reason, unfortunately, it's wrong. It's only wrong if you've got the wrong answer. got the right answer for the wrong reason, that's still right. But give you many reasons why that's the odd one out of the four. Stacey, ready? Stephen, ready? June's ready. Dawn, ready? Excuse me. And Eddie, ready. Okay, the films. Excuse me. Movie incorrectly announced as winner of the Best Picture at the 2017 awards was La La Land. It was actually Moonlight, I think, wasn't it? Who played Mrs. Robinson in the 1967 film The Graduate? That was Anne Bancroft. Who's the only actor to receive an Oscar nomination for acting in the Lord of the Rings movie? That's Ian McKellen. Park owner John Hammond in Jurassic Park was played by Richard Attenborough. And Steven Spielberg's first Oscar for Best Director was for the film Schindler's List. Schindler's List. E.T. and Close Encounters and all those sort of things never got anywhere near. Didn't like him as a director for some reason until Schindler's List, and I had to give him it for that. The other one out, Anglia, Corsa, Cortina, and Prefect. That's a Corsa. It's a Vauxhall. The rest are all Fords. Ford Anglia, Ford Cortina, Ford Prefect. Put the Vauxhall Corsa. Red, green, blue, or yellow? It's green. Green is a secondary colour and not a primary colour. You make green from blue and yellow. Austria, Norway, Finland, Belgium. That's Norway. It's not an EU country. The others are all in the EU. Norway isn't. India, waltz, Lima, tango. The odd one out is the waltz. It's not in the phonetic alphabet. India, Lima, and tango are all words used for various letters in the phonetic alphabet. And Bella, Dipsy, Fizz, and Milo, it's Dipsy. Dipsy's a Teletubby. The rest are all tweenies. You know your tweenies from your Teletubbies. When you get your answers, send us them through. Stacey, 7 gives you 29. Dawn 8 gives you 31. Eddie 6 gives you 30. June 5 gives you 28. And Stephen 7 gives you 29. So Dawn in the lead now on 31, followed by Eddie on 30. Stephen and Stacey on 29 and June on 28. There's only 3 points between you now as we're going to the last 2 rounds. Round 9 is Greek letters. They all have something to do with Greek letters. Question 1. Which actress is married to Michael Douglas? Which actress is married to Michael Douglas? Question 2. What Greek letter is used to describe the dominant male animal in a particular group? What Greek letter is used to describe the dominant male animal in a particular group? Question 3. Which is the third letter in the Greek alphabet and is the name for a type of electromagnetic wave? Which is the third letter in the Greek alphabet and is the name for a type of electromagnetic wave? Question 4. Which Italian sports brand shares its name with a letter of the Greek alphabet? Which Italian sports brand shares its name with a letter of the Greek alphabet? And question 5. What name is given to the triangular land formed by sediment deposited at a river mouth? What name is given to the triangular land formed by sediment deposited at a river mouth? Okay, question 10 is doors and windows. Doors and windows. Be fairly self-explanatory when you hear the questions. Question 1. Who is the lead vocalist with the American band The Doors? Who's lead vocalist with the American band The Doors? Question 2. Which actress stars as Helen Quilly in the 1998 rom-com Sliding Doors? Which actress stars as Helen Quilly in the 1998 rom-com Sliding Doors? Question 3. In Hitchcock's 1954 film Rear Window, James Stewart was confined to a wheelchair. Which actress played his girlfriend? The 1954 Hitchcock thriller Rear Window. James Stewart, basically the main star. Which actress played his girlfriend? Question 4. Green Door was the number one hit in 1981 for which male singer? Green Door was the number one hit in 1981 for which male singer? And question 5. How many colors are in the Windows logo? How many colors are in the Windows logo? That's all your questions for tonight. When you've got your answers, send us already. Stacey's ready. June's ready. Stephen's ready. Dawn's ready. And Eddie's ready. Okay, our final answers. Greek letters. Which actress is married to Michael Douglas? That's Catherine Zeta-Jones. Zeta being a Greek letter. What Greek letter is used to describe the dominant male animal in a particular group? That's the alpha male. Alpha. Third letter in the Greek alphabet, and also the name of a type of electromagnetic wave, is gamma. Alpha, beta, gamma. The Italian sports brand that shares its name with the letter of the Greek alphabet is Kappa. Kappa. Yeah, Kappa tracksuits. And what name is given to the triangular land formed by sediment deposited at a river mouth? That's the delta. The delta. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Question 10. Doors and Windows. Lead vocalist with the Doors was Jim Morrison. The actress who starred in the rom-com Sliding Doors was Gwyneth Paltrow. The actress who starred opposite James Stewart in Hitchcock's Rear Window was Grace Kelly. Green Door was number one hit in 1981 for Shakin' Stevens. And how many colors are in the Windows logo? There's 4. Orange, green, blue, yellow. So that's all your answers. You send us your final scores through, and we'll see who's won. Stacey 9, cracking last round, that's 38. Dawn 9, that's 40. Eddie 7, 37. June 9. That's 37. And Stephen 8. That's 37. That's a cracking quiz this week. But out in the lead with a winning return is Dawn on 40 points. Stacey in second place on 38. And everybody else joined third on 37. Still only 3 points between the lot of you tonight. Excellent quiz. Good quizzing. Well done, everybody. If you enjoyed that, we'll have another one next week. We'll see you next Tuesday night. See you, June. See you, Dawn. Nice to hear from you, Dawn. Hopefully we'll hear from you next week, yeah. Cheers, Stephen. Cheers, Stacey. Thanks a lot, mate. We'll see you next week. Good night, everybody. Good night.